All right, what's up, folks? Hope everybody had a good Memorial Day. Sniper Sports, we're back live from the 808. We shoot you straight. This is Joey with me as always, Steven.
What's going on?
And we're just recapping some NBA playoffs. We had the Eastern Conference Finals tonight. That actually got wrapped up. The Boston Celtics, they are the victor, 4-0. Yeah, of course, Stephen Halliburton was out. The Indiana Pacers, their top player was out for 2 games, I think, of injuries, Tyrese Halliburton. But, hey, I thought Indiana gave a valiant effort. They really played and scratched, clawed hard. Some guys I haven't heard of before actually showed up big and had some really good games. But, hey, listen, we said from start to finish that you've been watching the show this year, at least in the East, has been about Boston. They got it done. They look like they're not messing around, Steven. 4-0. Your thoughts on Boston, how they look, and where they go from here?
First, yeah, but congratulations to both teams for making this far. I just think, as you said and alluded to, that this has been Boston's year. We said it from before,
Yeah.
especially when they got Porzingis and Holiday in the offseason. On paper, they look great. How would they do? They dominated the East, and they basically, in the playoffs, they've only lost 2 games. One to Miami and one to the Cavs. So they're red hot right now, and kudos to them. I think it's something great to see in Boston. Some of this young talent that's been developing for so many years. The second time heading to the finals. I think this is I think it's something special for them. I think it's something to where like they understand what this means now. It just seemed like they're happy that they won, but it's more business now. It's like, hey, nothing's finished. We understand we still have to go to the finals and win a game. We don't know who we're playing yet. Most likely Dallas, but I just think for them, they got the rest that they need, and hopefully it's enough rest to get Porzingis back. I think he's going to be key coming into the finals.
Oh, no doubt about
who they
it.
play, whether it be Dallas or Minnesota, but yeah.
Porzingis, Steven, obviously with his size and his skill set, that presents a whole different set of problems for opposing teams. So having him back, it just, man, that just makes them even more formidable. But yeah, look, Boston Celtics, hey, a storybook franchise. They've won a bunch of championships. That fan base has expectations. And so they're looking for him to bring it in all the way. And this might be the year that Tatum and Brown get it done. These guys have been together for a minute now. It's no secret. They're looking good. I really think Drew Holiday, though, the addition of him, Steven, has brought so much stability to that team. I think he's only about 6'4", but he plays much bigger. He doesn't get outside of himself. He knows his role, and he seems to give that team just what they need. And I can see the difference, having him run the point as opposed to last year it was Marcus Smart and the previous years. So Drew Holiday's been a big upgrade there, but Tatum and Brown look better than ever, and they got it done today, man, and now they're sitting waiting for the victor of the West.
Exactly. What you're moving on to now.
There you go. Segue right into that. Western Conference Finals.
Are you surprised by this? 3-0 Dallas?
I am. I am surprised by this. I don't want to, BS you guys and act like I knew this the whole time. But, yeah, I didn't think, I didn't even think Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic would work out this good. But they really have. Like, Luka's been player 1, and Kyrie's been like 1A. I mean, last night, Steven, they both had 33 points. You know what I mean? They got their 3rd win in a row against a young Timberwolves team. So now they're sitting 3-0. They play tomorrow night and see if, they can close out the series.
First off, I agree with you totally about the Kyrie and Luka thing. I really didn't think they were going to work out together, but they've made it this far. Kyrie seems in a great space. Luka seems in a great space. Jason Kidd has this team 1 game away from
Jason Kidd's doing an excellent job coaching that team.
From the finals.
Yeah.
But for me, Joe, I think Game 2 was the game for me where I saw the whole thing switch around.
Okay.
Minnesota was up by 20 in that game, and little by little they chipped away. I just thought that you being up by 20, you caused a lot of foul trouble for Kyrie. I think by the 3rd quarter he had about 4 fouls, so he was out for a big chunk of the game. But they made their comeback little by little, just chipped away at that 20-point lead. And you just saw the defeat in them when Luka hit that shot on Rudy Gobert, and they haven't done anything to fix it in Game 3, and it's just looking downhill for them. Ant looks kind of lost sometimes on the court. Like, what should I do? He doesn't look like himself. I think he is burnt out. I think he is tired. I think this is going to be something for him in the offseason to work on, to where he can come back a lot stronger, a lot better. And my biggest disappointment is Cat. I said that he was going to be the guy that
I must agree.
To be the focal point, especially in scoring. I think defensive wise, but in scoring, and I think he's 14% from 3-point line. I mean,
14%? Is it that low?
14%.
Oh man, yeah.
I don't even think his field goal percentage is that great. I mean, I was literally looking for him. I've just been so disappointed in him. I've been disappointed in his low post game. He doesn't seem to even have one. He's just dip his shoulder and take it in. He's always trying to come up to the key and do something else. So he's been a disappointment.
Throw that thing down, big fella. Come on.
Exactly. Even Minnesota's coaching staff, I don't think they're understanding the game and how it's flowing, what to do. I think they're trying to take some of the big out because they want to go small ball, but I just think they're getting out-coached, outplayed. And honestly, I think it might be a sweep tomorrow, Joey, going into Game 4.
I'm not mad at anything you said there, bro. Hey, T-Wolf fans, if you're out there, come on now. I know you've been saying the same thing, screaming at the TV, beating the table. Karl Anthony Towns, he's a 9-year vet. 9-year veteran on that team. He definitely has the most playoff experience. He just hasn't been living up to the hype. He hasn't been playing smart, and he hasn't really, he's the veteran on that team. Rallied his guys and make good plays and control the tempo of the game. I think Ant sometimes out there, we forget he's 22 years old. This is his first time going deep in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So as good as he's been, we cannot disregard the lack of experience. Mm-hmm. And he's learning on-the-job training. He's learning right now. So Karl Anthony Towns, he hasn't been there. He's been really hurting the T-Wolves. I think Conley's been consistent. He had 16 last game. Naz Reid, the sixth man of the year, coming off the bench. He's been consistent. He's been giving you good points and minutes. So is Jaden McDaniels, the other starting. What is he? A small forward?
I think so.
Anyways, he starts. You know what I'm talking about, and he's playing well. But it's Karl Anthony Towns. That, and I got to just say the clutchness of Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. You saw the big shot that Luka hit in Game 2 to close him out against Rudy Gobert. Kyrie, he had another, I think, 13 to 15 points in the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. Last game, he had a big game. He's been clutch. Guys right in his face, and I'm happy for Kyrie Irving. I like watching high-level basketball, and that's what we're seeing right now. But I'm very surprised that they're down 3-0. We'll see what Minnesota can do. I don't know. I think call more timeouts. I think more switches. I think you got to play Gobert and Towns more at the same time. But who knows? We're sports fans here. I'm no NBA coach, but I just think that there's a lot more that team can do, and we're going to see if they can do it tomorrow. They're going to need to, or they're facing elimination, and we got our NBA Finals pretty much nailed down.
Who do you think's winning tomorrow, Joe? You think Minnesota can extend it, or?
I'm going to go with Minnesota, Steven. I just think that they're going to have the pride and play really hard, and I think they get one game, but ultimately I think the Mavs prevail. I'm going to say a gentleman's sweep, Game 5, 4-1. But I like Minnesota in a close game tomorrow night just to outplay them. Maybe something like, 112 to 103.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. I think it might be over tomorrow night, but hey.
Really? You think the Mavs get it done?
I think so. I think they just want to end it kind of, on their home floor, kind of celebrate,
And it's not just Irving and Luka, right? It's their bigs have been playing well. The rookie.
Exactly.
Lively. Yeah, he got hit in the back of the head, went out of the game, but he's been playing really nice. Gafford, who they traded for, he's been playing nice, as well as P.J. Washington. So it's going to be a tall task, not to mention J. Kidd's really coaching that team well, and it's going to be a tall task for Minnesota, but I just think they're going to do it on heart and effort and find a way to get it done and get the W.
All right.
But hey, folks, we appreciate your watching the show. Please hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, leave a like. We appreciate you.
Till next time.
Sniper Sports, we're out.